Pokenerds, welcome in. Thanks so much for being here. Monday, October 27th. Today we're talking about 3 Elite Trainer boxes that I am currently adding to my sealed collection. I just think they're really great values. I don't think there's a lot of great values to be had right now in the Pokemon market. It's a wild time. It's still, you've got people talking about the crash. I don't see signs of a crash right now. I am hopeful that maybe Phantasmal Flames, because it's such a small set, could potentially impact the market, but we'll see how that ends up going down. I think that Charizard card is about as hyped as anything we have ever seen before. Obviously, we're hanging out with Murray here, our little Doc Spun here at home. Got our gnome on the other shoulder as well. My wife loves decorating for fall. So without further ado, we're going to get into these Elite Trainer boxes. Not going to bury the lead. It's Surging Sparks, it's Twilight Masquerade, it's Battle Styles. So we'll talk about all those here today. Again, really appreciate y'all being here, supporting the channel. If you enjoy the content, please like and subscribe. It's all Pokemon all the time. And we do have a channel membership. It's $2.99 a month. We have weekly member exclusive giveaways. Shout out to our brand new member. That's how UF rolls. You are the winner of the Mega Venusaur Full Art card from Mega Evolution base set, Mega Evolution 1. So reach out to me, jordancollectstcg at gmail.com, and we'll get you squared away with that. Thank you for supporting the channel. Again, link in the description for the channel membership. So looking at these 3 ETBs, Surging Sparks, I think, is one of the best sets overall, main sets in Scarlet and Violet. I just think when you look at the top, you have the Pikachu, which, even though there's been a lot of debate, controversy, whatever about that Pikachu card, it remains one of the most expensive cards in the Scarlet and Violet era. Even after a major dip, it has started to bounce back. It's doing really well. You've got the Latios, which is a beautiful card that has a connected art with Latios. You've also got, of course, the Milotic that has a connected art with Feebas. So Surging Sparks has a lot of connected art energy. It also has a lot of Pikachu energy, and that's a recipe for success. And there's a lot of other good illustration rare and special illustration rare cards. You've got the Alolan Executor that also has not a connected art, but it does have an Executor to go with it, or excuse me, Execute to go with it, illustration rare. Both of those cards are really cool. The Ceruledge in Surging Sparks. You've got Mesprit. You've got the Durant special illustration rare that connects with itself. So there's just really kind of a lot to look at when it comes to Surging Sparks. And this is a set that was kind of the one that really kicked off the madness last year in November, where as soon as the set released, and really before it released, prices started skyrocketing. I mean, I was able to order a lot of it early on for $100 to $105 for a booster box, which is just insane to think about now. But these ETBs, they got big reprints recently for Surging Sparks, and you can get it for about $70, $75 right now. I think that's a screaming buy. That's as low as it's going to get, I think, unless there's a huge market crash and correction, whatever you want to call it, and everything tanks, which is possible. It's always possible. You have to be prepared for that. So if you're like trying to go all in on Pokemon, obviously you need to make sure you're not over leveraging yourself. That's obvious advice, but it, needs to be said every once in a while. If all this stuff goes to zero, are you going to be happy to just have it in your collection? For me, the answer is absolutely yes. But if the answer is no for you, that's the risk you're taking, is, a potential crash, and then you're stuck holding the bag for a while. I love Pokemon personally. Obviously, I think you can tell by how much I talk about the cards individually, and it's one of my big passions in life. So Surging Sparks, $70 to $75 for the ETB. Huge win in my opinion. You look at Twilight Masquerade. I don't like Twilight Masquerade as much as I like Surging Sparks, but I do love it. It's still a great set, and it's even cheaper. You can get Twilight Masquerade in the 60s. And the cool thing about Twilight Masquerade versus Surging Sparks, and why I would actually recommend on secondary market buying Twilight Masquerade more than I would recommend buying Surging Sparks, even though they're right in the same tier for me. I'm buying both. Twilight Masquerade, it's older, right? It came out last summer of 2024. You had Stellar Crown in between. You had Shrouded Fable and Stellar Crown in between Twilight Masquerade and Surging Sparks. So it's got an older time horizon, probably not going to be printed as long into the future now, because it's about 6 months older, 5, 6 months older than Surging Sparks, and it's cheaper. You can get it in the mid 60s for an ETB right now for a popular box. I mean, that's a popular set. That Greninja was the first huge chase card of Scarlet and Violet. And you've got a lot of trainer cards that people like. You've got the Eevee cards, a lot of really nice illustration rares, Tatsugiri and Fernape, Pinsir. It really is, it's a high quality set. And to be able to get an elite trainer box of a set like that for, barely over MSRP. I mean, in the 60s, that's absolutely wild. And again, that was due to a big reprint, the big ETB reprint. And so you've seen Surging Sparks get its big ETB reprint. You've seen Twilight Masquerade get that as well. And by the way, on Surging Sparks, that booster box is also down cheaper than Journey Together right now. I don't know how far that's going to fall. I would imagine it's close to its floor, about 240, 250. So that's something to consider, certainly. But overall, I think that these ETBs, focusing on the ETBs, both of those are great. And then just looking at Battle Styles, you can get it around $80 right now. Battle Styles was the first alt art set of the Sword and Shield block, the first set that had alt arts in it. And you have, obviously, your Sleepy Tyranitar, you have Empoleon, and you have a whole lot of Urshifu energy. I love Urshifu. I know probably not the most popular Pokemon, I guess, based on the lack of interest in the set overall. But a booster box, or excuse me, ETB that's that old, that features alt art cards, a good amount of them too. I mean, it's not as vast as some other sets, but in the Sword and Shield era. But for the first alt art set to feature Empoleon alt art, Tyranitar alt art, you have a Rapid Strike Urshifu V and VMAX. You have a Rapid Strike, or Single Strike Urshifu V and VMAX as well. And then you've got some nice full art cards in that set as well. So to me, the Battle Styles ETB about $80. And there's two different ones. That's one of those ones where they did two different. They had the Rapid Strike and the Single Strike. I think it's the Single Strike that's cheaper in the $80 range. And Sword and Shield ETBs, most of them don't come with a promo. So it's not like you're also getting that promo that you get in the Scarlet and Violet block, but still, it's just, to me, easy to look at that and say that's going to have a lot of increased value. I think as the years go by and people look back at Sword and Shield and you get further removed from it, I don't think Battle Styles is ever going to be as revered as some of the other alt art sets that came later on, but I think it will be more revered than it is now. It's clearly better than anything that came before it in the Sword and Shield block. Most of those sets were absolute, I mean, they were garbage, for lack of a better word. They were not good sets. You had some full arts that were kind of cool, no alt arts, right? So to me, it was clear that Battle Styles was the start of something new. It was a really good set. Does it stand up to Evolving Skies or Crown? No, it doesn't, right? But it's a good one. It's a good one, and it's way too cheap right now, in my opinion, and I'm glad. My goal here is to help y'all find value in the hobby and be able to enjoy the hobby. I mean, buying Twilight Masquerade and opening it at $60 isn't crazy, right? I'm not trying to open a lot of Elite Trainer boxes and things right now. I just think the prices are still too high, and it's just like not that enjoyable outside of Japanese, where you can still get some really good prices on things. But looking at these three ETBs, Twilight Masquerade, Surging Sparks, Battle Styles, they're great to add to your collection right now. So really appreciate y'all tuning in. If you enjoy the content, please like and subscribe. Don't forget to check out our channel memberships and doing the video from the couch today, because don't have a whole lot of time, getting ready to go on a little family vacation here. So it might be a little bit sparse the next couple days on the channel. But again, really appreciate y'all so much. Love the engagement. Love all of y'all who tune in and chat with us here. And obviously give a little shout out to our own little Dachshund here at home, Murray, taking a little nap behind us. She's the cutest. Really appreciate y'all. Have a good one.